Hey, what's up everybody? It's the People's Crypto. I'm back again with another video. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the demand for Bitcoin and why you may really want to consider dollar cost averaging to get yourself some Bitcoin immediately. Please keep in mind that this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and please seek out a financial advisor before making any investments. All right, so this particular article is titled, "The Demand for Bitcoin Will See a Dramatic Shift in 8 Years. Retail investors to eat up the entire new supply." I'm going to have to disagree with the title of this article, all for the simple fact that the wealthy are purchasing tons and tons of Bitcoin. I don't necessarily think it'll be the retail investors. Don't get me wrong, there is, some of us early adopters that's purchasing a good quantity of Bitcoin now. However, compared that to the wealthy individuals who've already been buying Bitcoin for years, it's safe to say that they will continue to buy up large sums of Bitcoin. Also, you have firms like Fidelity and Grayscale Investments that's purchasing up tons of Bitcoin. This could be seen in this example here. And this is an article from Forbes. It says how the super rich are buying up Bitcoin. Now, the article goes on to say how, wealthy individuals are purchasing large amounts of Bitcoin. And this article was just from, I believe it was from last year, May 2019. Now, there's some more evidence that the super rich or the wealthy are buying up Bitcoin. And that also can be seen in this article here, where Richard Branson hosted a Bitcoin summit on his private island, and this was back in 2015. So I would say it's the wealthy that's really purchasing large sums of Bitcoin. And, a lot of retail investors like you and myself, we're buying Bitcoin, but not to the same amount as these wealthy individuals are. Some of them are multi-millionaires, some of them are billionaires, and they're purchasing large sums of Bitcoin. If they've seen a crazy amount of appreciation in their wealth from Bitcoin, it's safe to say that they'll continue to keep buying these large sums of Bitcoin, only making the supply a lot lower. Meaning that, for the average investor, there's only so much Bitcoin we can buy, or in this case, there's so many Satoshis we can buy. So the race is on, and we should be accumulating, but we should be doing that as fast as possible. The quickest way to do that is to dollar cost average, obviously. If you want to probably speed up the process, you can try to trade. However, if you're not good at trading, there is a potential that you can actually lose more money than you're getting. So you just have to be extremely careful if you're going to go down that route and trade. The learning never stops in this space, and it never stops at all in life, but you just need to make sure that you're consistently learning and you have a exit strategy and you have an entry strategy as well. That is extremely important, especially in this space. You just want to make sure that you dot your I's and you cross your T's whenever possible. But the wealthy are buying Bitcoin, and I don't think they've ever stopped. They've continued to buy Bitcoin, and I believe that they're doing it over the counter. I don't think that they're doing it straight directly through exchanges. There's other ways for them to acquire Bitcoin without moving the price, and I believe that's what's going on. Right now, Bitcoin is at about 9,000. It hasn't really been moving that much. Maybe we've been going a little back and forth between 8,000 and 9,000. But we have barely touched 10,000 within probably the last month or so. But there's so many examples of people who bought Bitcoin extremely early, and they have increased their net worth massively. Now, these are some other individuals who have been buying Bitcoin. Now, they don't tell you this on CNBC that these investors were buying Bitcoin. It's mostly in these articles where you'll find that these people were buying Bitcoin extremely early, and they have significantly increased their net worth. It's only safe to say that they're probably buying a lot more Bitcoin, and they probably have not ever stopped. So these individuals are going to continue to increase the amount of Bitcoin that they're purchasing. And, you know, it's you can also assume that they're putting it on many different wallets as well. They're not keeping it all in one particular place. But these people are out here and they're buying Bitcoin, and they're not really telling you this in mainstream media. They're making it seem like Bitcoin's going to go to zero. There's so many articles written stating that Bitcoin is going to go to zero and being completely negative, when in reality, it's the fiat currencies that historically have gone to zero. You never know. Bitcoin could potentially go to zero, but let's be real. We've seen it more time in history where fiat currencies have gone to zero many, many times. You could look up the Weimar Republic in Germany. You can look up Zimbabwe. You can look at Venezuela. You can look at so many different countries that have had their fiat currencies plummet and go to zero, and society comes at a standstill, and they have to figure something out in order to figure out what is going to be their new currency for that particular country. So the writing is on the wall. These individuals have bought Bitcoin. They have increased their net worth, and it's safe to say that it's going to just continue to happen. I will go as far as to say this: Bitcoin is not going to get everyone wealthy. And the reason why I'd say that is because you're going to have a lot of late adapters. There's going to be people that start buying Bitcoin probably around 2028, when the price has already hit astronomical levels, because there's this crazy misconception where people think that it's too late because it's $9,000 now. Now, when it reaches 20,000, people are going to say, oh, it's too late, I've missed the boat. When it's 50,000, same thing. When it's 100,000, there's just going to be people who have this belief that they're always missing the boat. And like, oh, it's too late, I'm not going to invest. Oh, it's too late, I'm not going to invest. And they're going to continue to do that. So the best thing you can do now, since Bitcoin is being a little stagnant in price, is to dollar cost average. You know, obviously not investment advice, but that's what I'm doing. Is to dollar cost average. If you're going to trade and you're going to try that way to get Bitcoin, you know, best of luck. Just make sure that you're doing your research as much as possible. Make sure that if you are trading, you're in a great trading course where many of the participants have had high success. You know, you want to surround yourself with individuals who have a proven track record of making great trades and you know, taking profit. So that's what I would say. But individuals, wealthy individuals, are buying Bitcoin. You have Fidelity Digital Assets. They're into the cryptocurrency space now, but unfortunately, they are only offering their services to accredited investors, and that's investors who have like $1 million or more dollars, and they have property. Essentially, you're wealthy individuals. So they only offer, you know, digital assets to those who already are well off financially. But adoption is here. It is growing, and I would definitely say make sure that you are doing your research, and also if you're going to get into this space, make sure that you are dollar cost averaging. This space is going to continue to grow. The media is not going to talk about Bitcoin. They're going to continue to talk about other things that are irrelevant to your life. But if you're trying to escape this rat race and you're trying to build significant wealth, this may just be the way to do it. Don't get me wrong. You have gold and silver. They will increase in price over time. But Bitcoin will probably be the fastest horse in the race. And I'm definitely going to continue to buy Bitcoin, and I'm going to dollar cost average in. And, you know, the goal is to essentially perhaps maybe get one or get close to one, you know, if time permits and the price doesn't really go too astronomical. And that's what I intend to do, because honestly, this fiat system that we have, it's not working. It's not working for anyone. Just think about it. You go to work every single day and Uncle Sam or whatever government you're in, they take their cut first via taxes, and then you're left with the breadcrumbs essentially, and then you have to go pay your cell phone bill, your utility bills, you know, so many different bills, and then you have to take care of yourself. So after that, you're basically left with just enough money for your next paycheck, and then you do it all over again. And this has to stop. You know, putting money into the stock market right now isn't necessarily considered the safest thing to do, considering you have investors like Warren Buffett who have exited the market, and he's sitting on a ton of cash, waiting for a potential drop. You have senators who have sold out of certain positions in certain corporations, in certain stocks. There's so many people that's selling right now that, yes, it is being reported in the media, but it's not being something that's highlighted. Retail investors are buying on Robinhood, and, you know, a lot of people are actually making money. But then you hear these other tragic stories where a young man took his life because he made a horrible decision in, I think, opening options contract, and it was like he got it for $1 million or something like that, and he took his life. The markets are, all of them are manipulated. However, Bitcoin is probably, this cryptocurrency market has the most potential to be life-changing, and it could be a once in a generational opportunity. So do your research and consider getting in if you're already in, and dollar cost average, and maybe potentially looking in to get into other cryptocurrencies as well. Let's take a look at the current prices right now before we end the video. Bitcoin's at $9,102.90. Ethereum is at $226.49. Tether's at $1. XRP is at 18 cents. Bitcoin Cash is at $222.18. Bitcoin SV is at $156.79. Litecoin's at $41.31. Cardano's at 9 cents right now. Binance Coin is at $15.38. EOS is at $2.42. And that's going to wrap it up for at least the top 10 and this video. If you're listening to this video on YouTube, please like and subscribe and share and hit the notification button if you will. If you are watching this video on Library, please share this video. And if you feel like you need to, you can also leave a tip if you want. That's going to wrap it up for this video. And I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July weekend. And I hope you have a wonderful and great morning, afternoon, and good night. Thank you. See you guys later.